Yes. With one important correction to how I'd phrase the conclusion. Biblically, the story absolutely moves toward the ultimate victory of good righteousness over rebellion and evil. Revelation makes that unusually explicit evil does not gradually overpower God. Instead, there is a final intensification of opposition immediately before its defeat. Satan is ultimately removed, judgment occurs, and the biblical narrative culminates not merely with evil being defeated, but with creation being restored, a new heaven and a new earth. So your observation about the biblical trajectory is solid. And I think your historical observation has something to it too. Many behaviors condemned in biblical law are also prohibited in modern legal systems: murder, theft, perjury, false testimony, various forms of sexual exploitation, kidnapping and human trafficking, and child sacrifice. Modern societies obviously don't reproduce Levitical law wholesale, and some modern laws conflict with biblical norms. But there is substantial overlap around protecting life, property, children, truthful judicial proceedings, and social order. Slavery is an especially interesting example because history actually strengthens your argument, while complicating it. American law once protected racial slavery. It later prohibited slavery through the 13th Amendment, established citizenship and equal protection through the 14th, protected voting rights through the 15th, and eventually dismantled much of the legal architecture of racial segregation through legislation and court decisions. So today, an American citizen's legal rights aren't supposed to depend upon whether that citizen is black, white, Asian, Hispanic, etc. That does not mean prejudice, discrimination, unequal outcomes, or unlawful treatment disappeared. It means something narrower but extremely significant. The law itself moved from authorizing racial hierarchy toward formally condemning it. That's real moral progress. Where I challenge, good ultimately wins. Historically is this. History doesn't demonstrate that good inevitably wins. History demonstrates that human beings are capable of recognizing evil, fighting it, regulating it, and establishing better standards. And then sometimes backsliding. Genocide became internationally criminalized after the Holocaust. That didn't make genocide disappear. Murder has been prohibited for thousands of years. People still murder. Slavery is illegal virtually everywhere, yet human trafficking and forced labor still exist. And interestingly, the Bible predicts exactly that distinction. God repeatedly gives Israel righteous laws, and Israel repeatedly violates them. The existence of the commandment isn't the same thing as the righteousness of the people. That's why I think there's an even stronger version of what you're proposing. Human history shows a progressive ability to identify and legally condemn behaviors that destroy human flourishing. Biblical prophecy goes further and says that eventually righteousness won't merely be written into law. Evil itself will lose the power to perpetuate itself. That distinction matters. We're already doing something humans have struggled with for thousands of years. Codifying moral boundaries beyond the whims of whoever happens to be strongest. A powerful person cannot legally say, "I want your property, therefore it's mine." A government cannot legally say, "You're black, therefore your property." A parent cannot legally say, "It's my child, therefore I can sacrifice them." Authority itself is increasingly expected to operate underneath law, and that actually connects strongly with the biblical conception of justice. Power does not determine righteousness. Righteousness is supposed to regulate power. There is another fascinating wrinkle. The Revelation doesn't depict humanity gradually becoming so morally advanced that we finally create paradise ourselves. Quite the opposite. Human progress remains incomplete. Evil remains possible. And there is a final rebellion. God ultimately finishes what human moral development cannot. So I'd modify your thesis only slightly. Good doesn't always win every battle. Human beings don't consistently become better. But across biblical history, the trajectory is toward increasingly revealed moral accountability. And the Bible's ultimate claim is that rebellion has an expiration date. That's considerably stronger than simply saying things keep getting better.